What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. We've talked about many scandals within the Liberal Party. In fact, you can't spell liberal without lie. I've often said that the Liberal government, as well as all government these days, runs the government not to pass policy, but of course to line their pockets, to have their many conflicts of interests, their scandals, their backdoor deals. They're the new mob. They're a racket. They're just here to take your money and walk away. In fact, they have no cares for what Canadians need. A new story breaking out of Blacklock's Reporter. It's being covered by a few outlets. I'm actually shocked more outlets aren't covering it. But let's talk about it. Embezzlement, fraud, linked directly to Melanie, Joly. Again, we talked about the toll bridge the other day. We talked about Mark Carney's conflicts of interest. Anita Anand's husband receiving millions of dollars in contrast. Well, here's another one that's gone unpunished, unseen. Newly obtained report reveals 22 Canadian diplomats from the Department of Foreign Affairs, which is Melanie Joly, were fired last year for fraud, embezzlement, and soliciting kickbacks under Joly. No police were called for these crimes. It was swept quietly under the rug. First comment, where is this report? Give us your source. Tell me where it came from. Well, let's do that. Let's go straight to that. Blacklock's Reporter, of course, has things behind a paywall, and while they are a good outlet, thanks to Ground News, I found the same article, of course, from our good friends over at the Western Standard. Shout out to them. They do great work, by the way. Now, while I am subscribed to the Western Standard, I would suggest anybody who wants real right-wing style news, head over to Western Standard. Show Corey Morgan and his team some love. Canadian diplomats fired for fraud, theft, and kickbacks and global misconduct sweep. 22 Canadian diplomats were fired last year for misconduct ranging from fraud and embezzlement to soliciting kickbacks and misusing government resources. Well, when does that happen, right? Oh, that never happens in the government. Oh, it's so shocking. According to a newly released report from Global Affairs Canada, Blacklock's Reporter says despite the serious nature of violations, none of the cases, none, were referred to police. So you can just be fired, terminated, you can leave. No need to put you in cuffs, no need to ruin your life. Does anybody else have any other job on the planet where they can openly commit fraud, embezzle, or steal, and nothing happens? No punishment, no crime? The department received 218 complaints of wrongdoing in 2024, leading to 125 formal investigations. Of those, 120 were found to be valid, so only 5 were dismissed, resulting in administrative or disciplinary action, including the termination of 22 employees. The individuals were not named. Well, these are our tax dollars. So yes, they should be naming the individuals. I don't know about you guys, but I am so sick and tired of this parliamentary privilege of being told that, hey, people can do these things and we don't have to name names. Keep in mind, we still don't have the list of those compromised by the Chinese government. But of course, or SDTC, yet Parliament continues. Individuals are not named. They're protected for stealing our money. Wrongdoing included theft, falsified travel claims, improper use of fuel cards, misappropriation of public funds, abuse of position, harassment, and conflict of interest. Now, we all know that Mark Carney doesn't face any charges for conflict of interest, but when you talk about these other things, falsified travel claims, that's with taxpayer dollars. Improper use of fuel cards, taxpayer dollars. Misappropriation of public funds. Why are individuals not named? Why are they being protected? Canadians should be outraged. In one case, an employee submitted fraudulent receipts over 7 years to claim unearned allowances, while other facilitated salary overpayments to locally engaged staff and pocketed the money in a kickback scheme. Who can do this at any other job and not end up in cuffs or have their life ruined or destroyed? They, at the very minimum, have a criminal record. Anybody who's filed a job application in this country knows the procedure that when you go to apply for a job, one of the many questions on an application are, have you ever been convicted of a crime to which you haven't been pardoned? None of these people will have to put yes on an application in the future, meaning slap on the wrist, sorry you lost your job, oh, I lost my pension, I lost my benefits, but hey, for 7 years, I padded my pockets illegally. I committed theft and got away with it. Quote, these actions demonstrated a clear lack of integrity and resulted in financial losses to the department, the report stated. Well, again, financial losses to Canadian taxpayers. Our employee was fired after colluding with gas station attendants to misuse government-issued fuel cards, while another was dismissed for falsifying their credentials on a resume. The report, titled Addressing Misconduct and Wrongdoing at Global Affairs Canada, outlined a range of other disciplinary measures. Let's see how disciplinary they are, including reprimands for yelling, arriving at work intoxicated, telling inappropriate jokes, pressuring colleagues for loans, and sharing explicit videos using government-issued computers. I don't know if this is prawn that they're talking about sharing, suggestive materials, explicit videos, but pressuring colleagues for loans, arriving at work intoxicated. Can any of you show up to your job drunk? Well, I know a few people, but can you show up to your job drunk and never get fired? The department, which employs over 13,000 people in Canada at missions around the world, said it is taking legal action to recover stolen funds and emphasized its commitment to a respectful and accountable workplace. Quote, hey sheep, all complaints will be taken seriously, properly assessed, and if proven founded, followed up with administrative or disciplinary action in a timely manner, said the report. So, hey, don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. The government's going to investigate the government to find out that the government can handle its own business. We take it very seriously. Yet the police were not informed. No police were called. As it says here, Blacklock's reporter says despite the serious nature of violations, none of the cases were referred to police. So how serious are they taking it? It says that they're taking measures to make sure they get the money back. Throw them in jail. This is the problem we have in this country. Melanie Joly still has her job. Those who work in her department still have jobs, aside from 22 individuals who were caught to be stealing taxpayer dollars. How long are we going to allow this to go on in our government? Let me know your thoughts down below. If it's your first time to the channel, I really hope this video's earned your subscription. YouTube is censoring content at an alarming rate. We've seen it happening all summer long. Especially while Mark Carney's been on holiday. Any criticism that comes the government's way, YouTube says, tisk, tisk, don't do that. So make sure, if you want free and fair news, click the thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. All of that helps push the video further past YouTube's censoring algorithm. It's free, it costs nothing, it's much appreciated if you enjoyed the content. Make sure to click your bell for notifications. Join me live on the channel twice a week now for our new show, Unhinged Fringe, on Wednesdays with my new multiple co-hosts. It's an amazing roundtable show. We talk about everything that doesn't make the cutting room floor and listen to your guys' Q&A. Also join me live on Fridays for Friday Night Fringe, where the beautiful Mrs. Fringe joins me here live in the studio as we talk about everything that happened this week in politics, everything we know that's coming up in the week ahead, as well as, again, your Q&A within the greatest YouTube community on the platform. I look forward to chatting with you guys each and every week. I most importantly look forward to chatting with you this upcoming Wednesday and Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central here on the channel. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great long weekend. I'll catch you on the next one.